Happy Sunday, everybody. If this is your first time ever seeing me, if you're new to the group, if you're new to my page, I am Tashana Bishop, aka the Healthy Hustler, your holistic homegirl here to spread knowledge, get the word out. I want to encourage you to embrace your power that you have, power of choice, so that you can pick yourself up of whatever situation, wherever you are, however you're feeling. And I want to let you know that somebody understands and know that you can create the life that you desire. You can be happy, you can be healthy, you know, it just starts with you, and sometimes it just starts with a conversation. So that's me. I am a holistic lifestyle specialist. I am a plant-based, whole food plant-based recipe creator. So you may see me posting food. I'm on YouTube, I'm cooking, but I approach the healthy transition, the healthy living, and a holistic, because it's not just a physical thing of, you know, let's eat better, let's stop eating these foods and try this, or just exercise. And that's only one part of it. Healing is a holistic journey. It's going to incorporate your mind, body, and your spirit. That you know you're going to have to remove waste and you know, bad habits from all of those elements. And I try to speak about that so you guys can understand that this is not just a diet. I'm not upholding any titles. I'm not supporting any agenda. This is only about holistic health and whole well-being. And if it's not a holistic approach, I really don't see the reason, because there'll always be something missing. So we want to encompass mind, body, and soul in everything that we do. So let's get to it. So I just want to get that out. So the topic of the video is it waste or is it worth? Now, I came to that because I know we're all familiar with, you know, when we're trying to make changes, there's always the biggest or the most, what can I say, the most common hurdle or excuse that comes up is that I don't have time. And I'm going to say I disagree with that, because once you wake up, we all have the same amount of time. We all have the same amount of time. We all have Bernton's over here cueing me. Yes. Oh, it's fine. So okay, thank you. So we all have the same amount of time, but it's about what are we doing with our time that really sets you apart from transitioning, transcending behaviors, reaching your goals, to struggling with it and having such a hard time when it seems like everything is just piling up and mounting against you. It's a difference. So when I ask a question, is it waste or is it worth? There's so many ways we could be spending our time, and most of it, I'm not even gonna say we've been conditioned. We've been conditioned and we've been taught, and then so many things are socially accepted that it looks, and it's under the guise of leisure, or, you know, take it a little easy and this and that. And that's fine, because that is part of the journey. You do have to learn how to rest. You do have to learn how to take it easy. And that's good. But when we're not resting, and we're not taking it easy, when we're not reevaluating, when we're not planning, when it's time to do, what are we doing? That is what I mean. Is it waste or is it worth? So think about it. You know, you said we don't have time. I don't have time to meal plan. I don't have time to cook healthy. I don't have time to be going to the grocery store all the time. I don't have time to meditate. I don't have time for me time. I just don't have time. I don't have time. In that moment that you're saying you don't have time and you run this list, something could have been done. Now, that's not to beat anybody up and say, oh, you could be doing this, you could be doing that. I get it. We all have hurdles. I have kids of my own. I'm a single mom, so I have to tend to that. I have to tend to my home. There's work that needs to be done. Many of us, we may be the only ones in our home working. We may be working 1 or 2, maybe even 3 jobs to make ends meet. There may be multiple children at home. There may be other family members that are depending on you. I'm sure we all have obstacles and hurdles, and that's life. It's always going to be there. But it's a difference of your mental, of understanding how do we use the chaos for our good? How do we use the disruptions for our good? How do we start where we are no matter where we are? Because people who have success stories, people who have amounted and accomplished goals, they all have a backstory. They all came from something, and they'll tell you that it was just a choice that had to be made, and then the actions followed up. Now, are you going to wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, you know what, I just did this and I'm totally healed from everything and I'm just doing so great? No. But it's going to be a continuous effort, a continuous growth, because we all know the only thing that's ever changed, only thing that's consistent is change, okay? That's the most consistent thing, change and growth. So you want to be doing that all the time. So let's just take a look. So, and waste comes in so many forms. I know some people say, well, is it worth, is it worth, waste my time, don't waste my time, gotta be worth my time. But sometimes waste can come in so many ways that we may not even be aware or be able to recognize how we're putting waste in our lives. Think about so we say, I don't have, you don't have time for me time and things like that. How much time have you wasted filling your schedule up with watching TV? We all watching TV. We go. I knew somebody that told me like every day of the week they had this show that they watch, and so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 hours of just filling your mental and being emotionally triggered by television. That's waste. How many hours do you sit and listen to music that's not uplifting? Maybe you're dealing with heartache or pain or something like that, and you're sitting around just in the house moping, listening to music that's bringing you down. That's a form of waste. How many hours are we sitting on social media, commenting, looking through, watching this, doing that? That is waste. There's so many ways you can waste your time. What about your relationships? How many people are you entertaining that you know that are not your divine partner, that you know you are not harmonizing with? How many people are you allowing to call you and, use your time when you could be doing it for yourself? Just think about that. Waste comes in many forms and fashions, sizes, shapes, and flavors, and mediums. So, we say we don't have time to meal prep. Okay, we don't have time to cook. But how much time are you wasting ordering on an Uber app or going to pick up food? You think about those minutes and those times at traffic that you could have just put something together with the ingredients that you had. That's waste. That's another form of wasting your time. Well, I don't have time to eat healthy and this and this and that. But you're eating. You're not on a water fast, right? You're not juicing, so you're eating something. So that's another form of waste. There's so many ways that we just, filling ourselves with waste, and that waste gets heavy. That waste gets heavy. And then that's when we find ourselves in a state of dis-ease. We are no longer at ease. We aren't happy. We feel stuck. We feel buried. And we're buried under that waste. That's why you have pain when you wake up. That's why you're tired and don't want to do anything until late in the day, or it has to be something that's stimulating. And we find ourselves, believe it or not, you can put yourself into a recurrent state that you are being stimulated by that waste. The only time that you hopping out of bed or ready to go or got a smile on your face when it has to do with wasteful food, wasteful people, and wasteful time. We have to own up to what we're doing. We have to own up to these cycles that we're putting ourselves into. We have to own up to that because that's the only way that we're able to get out. And I'm not preaching this to you and saying this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. I'm speaking of a place of experience. I'm taking my own advice. This is me. Only way that I come up with these words, the only way that I come up with these ideas, the only way that I'm able to piece these things together is because I had to do it for myself first. And once I was able to do it for myself first, now I'm able to do with ease with you. So I want to help you get from up under that waste. There's no reason for us to continue to put all this waste, because at some point that waste is going to spew. We're going to smell of it. We're going to look. Everything, your actions, the way you move, the way you talk, the way you think are going to be filled with waste. This, like I said, this is a holistic thing. You can holistically heal and you can holistically waste away. It's really up to you. So I'm going to leave that there because I feel like that was a really good point for you guys to understand. So the next time we get ready to take action and use our time, ask ourselves, is it waste or is it worth? And the way that you know if something is worth, it will be adding to your growth. It will be helping you change. And there's steps that need to be taken little by little, and you have to be gentle. You have to forgive yourself, because sometimes we forgive yourself and you not know what you do. And we able to forgive other people, but we have to forgive ourselves, because you are the only person that's always with you all the time. When the lights go out and nobody's around, it's just you. So you have to forgive yourself, because when you don't forgive yourself, you find yourself in those patterns, and we use waste to cover up those feelings, those emotions, and it's just a recurrent cycle. It's never going to stop until you stop. It won't stop until you stop. So ask yourself, is it waste or is it worth? And if you're ready to come from up under that waste, if you're ready to feel your worth, see your worth, feed your worth, know your worth, and heal and take the necessary steps, recognize the waste, remove it, replace it with better, and then live in a rejuvenated state. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So if you're ready to make that change, to do better, to take control of your life, and live happy and healthy the way that you desire, the way that you see fit for yourself, that makes you feel good about yourself. When you lay down in your head like, hey, I did good. This is good. I'm doing my best. I feel it. You're going to feel it. You're going to see it. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to invite you to join the Start From Scratch Challenge. I wrote this book. It's a Start From Scratch guide. It's a comprehensive guide to creating the happy and healthy life that you desire from scratch in 6 weeks or less. This is a 6-week comprehensive program to walk you through those necessary steps so we can recognize the issues, we can remove them out of our lives, we can replace them with better, and then live in a rejuvenated state where all we're doing is feeding ourselves with work, feeding ourselves with joy, feeding ourselves with love, so we can really be who we were made to be, so we can rise up to our full potential. And then everything around you will mirror that. All your relationships, all of your issues, all of your perceptions of the reality that you've made for yourself is only in relation to you. It is only a mirror of what you're doing, what you're thinking. So I challenge you to start from scratch. Let's put away the waste and let's feed ourselves with worth until we just can't take no more and our cup is overflowing. So I invite you to join the Start From Scratch Challenge. Click the link below. We have the Start From Scratch guide. So this is actually the program. This is going to walk you through week by week by week what to do, how to replace it, how to get the education, And then there's also a cookbook that goes with this. It's a Start From Scratch cookbook. There's going to be over 60 recipes of all whole food, plant-based, made from scratch, chemical-free, toxin-free, just full worthy, recipes worth your time, food worth your time, food that's going to love you from the inside out. And then in addition to the cookbook, there's also the Start From Scratch 6-week meal planner, because I know someone's going to say, well, I don't have time to. Don't worry about that. It's all done for you. All you have to do is step forward and take the challenge. You're going to have the guide, you're going to have your cookbook, and then you're going to have 6 weeks of meals already planned out. What to get from the grocery store, what to cook ahead, what to chop, what to store, how to put it in the refrigerator. Everything's going to be done for you. You guys asked for it, and I have created this for you, with you in mind, with my own experience in mind, with my understanding how it can be hard. But hard doesn't mean undoable. Hard doesn't mean you are incapable. That just means that your end goal is going to be that much greater. Your story is going to be that much greater. So I invite you to take the Start From Scratch challenge. Click the link below, and I'll see you guys on the inside. And until next time, remember, health is wealth. Hustle for it. See you guys next time.